Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'll be telling you why you should play Star Wars Outer Rim. Now, as with all of my videos, this is not going to be an in-detailed uh, walkthrough or tutorials video. I'm not going to go through all the rules of this game. My purpose of making this video is to tell you how does it feel to play this game and why you should be playing this game as well. Now this game does come with a different kind of board, which is an arc shape which represents the outer rim of the Star Wars universe. And this game is not focused around the main movie storyline. This is about the mercenaries, the bounty hunters of the Star Wars realm, and you will be one of those doing some pickup and deliveries, hunting some bounties, killing those people or delivering their dead bodies or capturing them and bringing them elsewhere. So this game is very thematic in that sense, and you don't have to really understand the Star Wars universe if you want to enjoy it, but if you do, you're going to have super fun because there are things in this game, there are jobs in this game that are going to be reminiscent of the scenes from Star Wars movies, from the universe, and you are going to enjoy those. It combines pickup and delivery with a little bit of skill tests which are more familiar with the Dungeons and Dragons universe. So very simple skill tests combined with that, and we have a very fun game which you can play in 1 to 2 hours, I would say. Uh, this is for 1 to 4 players, and everyone is competing against each other to have the maximum fame by the end of the game. Every player in this game is going to have a player board of their own. This is a player board. I have set up mine here just so that you can see it in the camera, but every player will be having their own player character board, which is going to track what influence do you have with the 4 factions in this game: the Huts, the Syndicate, the Imperials, and the Rebels. This game is set up in the pre Rise of Skywalker universe. This is on based on the original trilogy universe before the Battle of Yavin. Now, and every player is going to have a ship of their own. So you can upgrade these two things separately. The ship can, of course, be upgraded, whereas your character display controls what jobs you have, what gears do you equip on your character, and what influence that you have. We will see a little bit of those as we move along. What you will be essentially doing in this game is based on your speed of the ship that you have, you will be traveling across the galaxy, going from planet to planet, and then getting new jobs or completing the existing jobs that you have. Those jobs come in different varieties. First of all, we have bounties. So it will tell you that who do you have to find and eliminate. You don't know where those characters might be. These are spread randomly face down across the board. So you will have to actually go to a planet. Once I reach there, I have to encounter a planet to see which character is there. And once I do find a character, then correspondingly I will get the option to even hire him by paying the cost, by doing something for them, and then I can hire them as a crew. Or if I have a bounty for that character, then I can fight them. You cannot fight the characters unless their card tells you to, but otherwise, if you have a bounty, you get to kill them, and then once you kill them, you can just eliminate them for a quicker, smaller reward, or you can take them elsewhere and deliver them alive for a bigger reward and higher fame. So as your fame increases, once you complete these jobs, you are going to increase this on your fame tracker. These are depressed boards, so it's very good. These things don't move around. These things don't move, which is very nice. I always love a functional item which is not there for beauty, and this is really functional boards that you get. So these are the bounties. Then other things you can get are, and the cool thing about these player boards, once you do get a bounty that, okay, I want to get a bounty, you slide them in under your character so that you can actually see the related information and the unrelated information. You will always be aware what jobs you have, and at a time you can have two jobs or two bounties unless your ship gets upgraded and allows you to pick up more. Then you will be having some gear. The gears can be mods for your ship or it can be your personal gear. And once you pay the price, which is given on the top, if you have enough credits, then you get to slide them in on your ship or on your character, and accordingly you will be getting that upgrade. So for example, if I get uh, blaster, which is the blaster rifle IQA 11, I will gain one additional dice during combat. Plus, since it's a sniper blaster, I will be shooting from far away, so the maximum damage that someone can do to me in that battle is maximum of 2. So once I equip this on my character, then the fights that I'm going to do with my character, I'm going to be more safe. So these weapons are more thematic in the sense that how they work, and there are different for your character or for your ships, because there are two type of combats in this game. One is your character combats which you do on the ground, and then there are ship combats which are done in the space. So you need to keep upgrading both of your character and the ship to have a reasonable chance. Then we have these valuable goods. These can be different things. These can be special gifts for Jabba the Hutt. These can be special clothing like for Lando, and these can be special cargo as well. Now there is a huge cost for these valuable goods to buy them, but they do give you quickly some fame if you actually perform those jobs that are there. Then there is a ship market. Now this is where you get your new ships from. Once there is something you like from the ship market, now there are a lot of variety of ships that will be available for you to purchase, including the Millennium Falcon. Once you do it, you discard your old ship card and then upgrade your ship to represent that now what ship you have. And as soon as you upgrade your ship, you get more cargo options. So previously, for example, you had just one hull space in your cargo hold for one cargo, but now with the Millennium Falcon I can have two cargos or two mods equipped, plus I have three crew options. The default, the starter ship, just gives you the ability to have one crew. This one allows you three crew. So each ship is going to actually give you different, tell you that what different capabilities are, what attack, what defense that ship has, and what additional cargo they can hold in them. So that's how where you're going to get your ships. Then these are the jobs, and I will come to them in a little while. These are story like adventure missions that you are going to do. When I said that you are going to do some skill tests like Dungeons and Dragons, this is where the jobs come in. And the last one is a more simple pick up and delivery, which is the cargo delivery. You pick up a cargo, put it in your ship, pay the payment for the cargo. So for example, I will pay 2,000. The currency comes in these kind of 1,000, 5,000 and 10,000 denominations. So I will pay for that cargo, and when I deliver it, I'll get a bigger item back. And these cargo to whom I deliver, accordingly, there is going to be some reputation increase. So if I'm delivering a cargo for the rebels, then my reputation with the rebels is going to increase. Now, why that reputation matters is because in many of the tests, when I'm going to do a job for the rebels or someone like Leia Organa comes up in the story, I find her here. If I have a rebel reputation with them, then she is going to give me better jobs. With Imperial, if I have better reputation, they are going to give me their jobs. I will have more opportunities. So sometimes based on how you want to proceed in the story, you need to have better positive or negative reputation with the characters, which is done by sliding these to show you have positive, neutral or negative reputation with other factions. Plus, their patrols are always roaming around the galaxy. Whenever you buy any of these cards, they will move the patrols across the galaxy towards you. If you have a positive reputation, no problem. But if you have a negative reputation with that faction and they reaches up to you, then you will have to perform a space combat against them. And then accordingly, if you blow them up, you will get the related reward and a better ship of their. There are different levels of these ships. A better version of their ship is then going to show up, and then it's going to hunt you down. So it's again very thematic in that sense that you are doing those space battles as well. How the jobs work, that's going to be your main gist of the game as well. How your jobs work is that jobs have some character traits mentioned on them that what you might be tested if you're going to get that job. So for example, this job is called Relics of the Past. It is going to test my knowledge, stealth, and tactic. For each player, they are going to get a character card which is going to tell that what character abilities they have. So for example, I have Han Solo and he's good at piloting and tech. Now, if I want to, and these are my fixed capabilities, but if I want to improve upon those, then I may not be able to do it alone and I might have to get some crew hired and they can help me do the job easily. But how the jobs work is, so for example, it is going to have some flavor text which the Star Wars fanatics are going to love. So for example, this one says you have uncovered information about an underwater temple on Mon Calamari. Surely there is something of worth there. So once you buy this, you tuck it in your job bounty card. Its destination is on Mon Calamari, and once I reach the Mon Cala planet, then it's going to say Resolve Card 49. Now this is where this data bank deck comes into play. This data bank has different stories, different missions, different characters, and I will be looking through card number 49, which is going to link to this mission. And once I have the 49 card, I'll take it and then read along and perform the test. So this works like a GM in a game master in a Dungeons and Dragon game, that instead of the dungeon master telling you the story is written on the card itself. So for example, you need to decipher your map to find the entrance to the temple. Test knowledge. So rather than the GM telling me, the card is telling me that I have to test knowledge. So I will be rolling some dice, and if I have that skill and I do get the proper rolls, then this test would be a success and I will move on to the next test, which might be you enter the temple, but your first step triggers a trap. Proceed with caution. Then I have to test stealth and I will be doing a test stealth. If I fail, I might take some character damage on me, that I have triggered a trap and I have to take some damage on my character. If my damage increases up to a certain level, I might die. But if I pass, then this card is going to tell me that what I'm going to get. So for example, I'm going to get 5,000 credits and 1 fame, and then the job is done. And then I can get more jobs. So this is how you will be moving around navigation points, planets to planets, even on whenever you reach a planet as well. If when wherever you end your turn, there is going to be some story based, narrative based encounter going to happen, whether it's an encounter with the character or it can be encounter on the planet itself. The encounter on the planets, there are planet decks for that. So when you, for example, when you reach castle and your turn ends, you're going to read the card which is related to the castle. So for example, the mines have always been plenty of spice. Now you just need to find a buyer. So at this point, I can spend 3,000 to gain the special cargo which they are selling from the mines. And this way you can sometimes get missions, sometimes you can get reputation, sometimes you can get different crew from different planets as well. And what you're going to possibly find on a planet, that's written on the backside of the card. So you can plan that if I need, for example, new ships or parts for the ships, then I need to go, for example, to Ryloth to buy ships. There is a possibility that I'm going to get an encounter to get a chance to buy a ship as well. or to find a contact, or to look at a contact secretly. Each of these characters are going to have their own special ability, which makes each person different, and they are each going to have their own personal goals. Even once you complete a personal goal, for example, Han Solo wants to have a better ship. Once you do have a better ship, you complete his personal goal, and then you flip the card to its golden side, which is going to improve your stats. Same goes for ships as well. Once a ship goal has been completed, you not only gain fame, but you flip the card, and then your ship gets a better ability which lets you do better actions. In this way, the game will continue until someone has reached 10 fame, and once you reach it, then the game ends, and whoever reached the 10 fame is the winner of the game. Overall, this game really does feel like the Star Wars Outer Rim universe, where you are a real mercenary doing jobs, collecting bounties. And by bounties, the combat actually works in a similar fashion as well, that based on your character's attack power plus their gear, you will be taking that many dice. Very simple. You will be rolling them. You might get some critical hits, which counts as 2. You might get normal hit, which counts as 1. You add those up, see what's the stats for the enemy is, and then you will the other player might be rolling the dice for them, and accordingly the battle will be resolved that who won. You might have to stay on a planet, do some local jobs to get some easy money, but less, and heal yourself. You will be flying around, delivering cargo. You will be doing different jobs using skill tests, and that's all very thematic and lovely. That what you will be doing in this. Now, the game does feel very pleasing, even though a lot of components, a lot of cards might be appearing on the table, but these are all very easy to understand because it all makes sense. That's why no mechanic is there that first you have to do this to do that. You will never feel like that, and that's why it's an easy teach, even though there are a lot of things, but the game in essence is very simple because of how it all makes sense. And that's one of the lovely things about this game. It even comes with a solo playing deck as well. So if you are a solo player and want to play alone, then this deck is going to control what the AI or computerized player is going to do on their turn, and you are just competing with them. So it comes with that as well. The only negative thing that I have is these deck of cards are not too many. So it does get a little bit repetitive after a few games, 5, 6 games. You would have seen each and every story in this deck. You might have seen each and every encounter card, that what's going to happen on the planet, and that's the only flaw I will say that is in their game, that the number of cards in the decks are not too many, and overall a very nice production. The dice are beautiful, the cards are very nice, the boards I really love. The ship sheets are a little bit flimsy, just plain cardboard as compared to your this is card stock as compared to the cardboard player mats. But I do understand the reason that there are multiple of these, so you can pick and choose which one you want. But I would have preferred they made this out of cardboard as well rather than card stock. So that's it. Star Wars Outer Rim, a highly recommended pickup and delivery with a Trash fighting elements added as well. Highly recommended, and happy gaming.